Hey gang, welcome to virtual class 21. So this is gonna be our second to last class till we take a small break. And then hopefully we'll be seeing you guys soon in person, either back at the gym or outside somewhere for some live classes, right? So our workout today is gonna start with a nice easy 400-meter run. Right. Last week, we worked on some cadence drills and we did that 30-minute or 5K run. So I really want you to see if you can focus again on that cadence while we're just going out for this short run, shorter distance, easier to practice it, but it's going to take some reinforcement. So we're going to be doing this today and then for the next workout, right? So remember what that cadence was for if you're counting roughly 15 seconds at a time. It's about 45 steps over the course of a minute. We're looking at about 165 to 180 footfalls per minute, right? So it's a fast pace, right? Our workout today, we have three Tabata workouts, right? So the first Tabata workout, 8 rounds, 20 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest, is just going to be push-ups. So you're going to do all 8 rounds of push-ups, and your score is going to be your lowest round, right? Then you can take a break, and we're going to go on to the second set of Tabata, which is going to be Russian twists, right? All 8 rounds are all Russian twists, right? We're not alternating movements here, right? Again, 20 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. Your score is going to be your lowest round. And then lastly, for the third Tabata, air squats, right? And air squats are going to be a little bit deceiving. You're going to probably be able to go faster than you think. For most people with push-ups, your lowest score is going to be your last one. With Russian twists, it's a little bit easier to be consistent across the rounds because of the movement. There's only so fast you can do it. But with air squats, a lot of times what happens is people think they need to pace themselves in the beginning, that first round, a lot more than they actually do. And that first round, it ends up being their lowest round, right? So just with that little bit of information going into it, when you get to that last set of air squats, you can push yourself a little bit on those and see if you can maintain it over the course of the 8 rounds. All right. And then our cool down today, we're going to do two stretches, a hamstring stretch and a quad stretch. All right, we're going to be holding each one for 2 minutes. So we're doing right and left. It's going to be 8 minutes of stretching, right? So it's a long time to hold a stretch, I know, but you can distract yourself if you need to. Go right ahead, either with the phone or you can read something or watch a video. All those things will work, help the time pass while you're holding that stretch. And then our weekly challenge for this week is going to be 10 minutes to complete 20 pike push-ups, right? And then as many windshield wipers as possible in the remaining time. And I will show you those two movements in a bit. All right, so pause the video, get ready, and come right back and we'll get started. Hey gang, so our warm-up today, 400-meter easy run. For those of you who did last week's running and cadence work, you're going to want to try and focus on that cadence during these 400-meter runs. So if you remember the tempo, we were shooting for between 45, 50 so steps for every 15 seconds, right? Shooting at 165, 180 steps per minute, right? So try and do that nice, quick tempo, shorter steps. It's going to feel like shorter strides, active core engagement, right? So 400 meters, nice and easy. Come back. We'll pause it here. All right. So our workout today, our Metcon is going to be three Tabatas, right? It's going to be 8 rounds, 20 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. So we're going to do all 8 rounds, same movement. First movement is going to be push-ups, right? So we're going to do 8 rounds of push-ups, 20 seconds each. Your score is going to be whatever your lowest repetition is per round. So you're not going to want to go flat out. You're going to want to challenge yourself. You want to feel like you can find a number you can be consistent on, right? Hopefully your lowest round will maybe be somewhere towards the middle. But try and find something that you're not going to completely, don't exhaust yourself completely on that first set. And the same holds true for these next two Tabatas. So the second one is going to be Russian twists, right? Same thing, 8 rounds, 20 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. And then the last one is going to be air squats. Now, for the Russian twist, you can either do these body weight, right? If we come down to the ground, right? Feet off the floor, touch the ground. Touch the ground. We're trying to twist the shoulders, right? one direction or the other. Just don't move your hands. All right. We can do this weighted, so you can have your backpack. If you want a book, a dumbbell if you have one, and then we just twist aside, twist aside. So right, left, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on. Keep track for the 20 seconds, right? Push-ups, I'm not going to go over, and air squats, I'm not going to go over. You guys should be pros at those. So again, so your score is, you're going to have 3 numbers. It's going to be your lowest round of push-ups, your lowest round of Russian twists, and your lowest round of air squats. All right, pause the video, go to it. All right, guys. So before we get to our cool down, I'm going to go over the weekly challenge, right? We have pike push-ups and we have windshield wipers. So the way this is going to work is going to be 10 minutes to complete. You're going to do 20 pike push-ups, and then the remaining time you're going to do as many windshield wipers as possible. Now, this could be a lot of windshield wipers, right? So the pike push-up, remember, we go from that downward dog position. We've done these before as a strength movement, right? Nice wide stance, lower the head to the ground and back up, right? And we can adjust kind of the difficulty of that by how high we stack our hips above our shoulders and hands. Now the windshield wipers, we're gonna come down to the ground, right? Do these at an angle, arms come out to the side for stabilization. We bring the feet straight up in the air. We lower them down to the right and then over to the left. And that's 1 rep. 2, 3, 4, etc. All right. If you want to make those even more challenging, you have access to a pull-up bar. You can do these hanging, right? Bring your feet up vertical, straight up and down, same position, except now you're hanging from your hands. So it makes them even a lot more challenging because you have a static hold in there, right? So take your time with the windshield wipers. Don't rush them, right? Full range of motion, right? If you need to take breaks, go right ahead. Probably going to be talking 8 minutes or so at least, maybe 7, 8 minutes of windshield wipers, so a lot in there, right? So pause the video. If you want to do the challenge today, you can. If not, pause it, come right back, and we'll go on to our cool down. All right, our cool down today, we have 2 stretches. We're going to do one for the hamstrings, one for the quads, right? We're going to hold each stretch on each leg for 2 minutes. I'll show you the stretches, and then you can pause the video if you want and go through them, right? And just finish up for today. So our first one is going to be a lunge stretch. Deep lunge, drive that inside elbow, let it drop towards the floor. All right, we're going to hang out there for 2 minutes. So pause the video if you need to. And then we're going to switch to the right leg. Same movement, drop that right elbow towards the floor. Elbows inside the leg here, right? 2 minutes, right? And then we'll come to our couch stretch, right? Again, here, make sure you're squeezing the glutes, squeezing the core, pushing your butt back towards your heel, right? If you're not getting a stretch here, squeeze your butt. Try to avoid arching back into the stretch at all. After 2 minutes on that side, you're going to switch. 2 minutes on the left side. All right. I know it takes a lot of patience to hold a stretch for 2 minutes. So if you want, you can watch a video on YouTube while you're doing it, or read an article on your phone. Sometimes I find that help to distract yourself while you're holding a stretch for this period of time. All right. So, all right, go to it. Get those 4 stretches in. See you in a few days.